Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about commitment and stuff. Why it's good, why we gotta stay committed. This is a dumb video, but yeah, so commitment. What's the big idea about it? So back in grade 9, man, I used to want to play basketball. I don't know really why. Maybe it just looked appealing to me, seeing all these guys playing basketball and shit. It looked pretty interesting, but yeah, this is not the room I want to be in as this character, honestly. But yeah, just want to get into it. But eventually, I played a couple times, and then eventually I got kind of bored of being embarrassed. Like I felt like really embarrassed every time I played it, so I just kind of gave up after a while. Just concede back into the huge of just hanging out with my friends like usual instead of trying to play basketball and such. And I guess I thought about the idea, and I mean, it is a little bit disappointing, but I mean, I kind of know myself, not that big into basketball, but I mean, if you think about it, if I just kept playing from that day till this day, because that was a decent while ago, then I'd actually be pretty damn good at the game at this point. Probably like really good as long as I don't get like a huge ego or something. But if I'm constantly striving to improve and such, then I don't know. I feel like it'd go pretty well. Like I'd be in the serious leagues. I'd be in the NBA. But that was like one of my first introductions to, at least one of my first introductions when I was conscious to the idea of commitment and how important it is. But obviously, it didn't really process with me at that time. So we're gonna skip ahead to this year, man. This year, crazy ass year. Not really, actually. It's been a pretty traditional year. Actually, kind of has been a crazy year. I guess for more for the world than for me. But ooh, this is a nice little thing we got. Gonna draw more items. But yeah. So this year actually it was last year I started making these anime reviews, and I remember at the time I was really interested. I was like, man, this is gonna be dope. Gonna review all these shows, gonna get super popular. And then I made my first video on Samurai Champloo. Did not do as well as I expected, and just immediately heartbroken, want to die. I mean, to be fair, it was like a pretty serious whiplash considering at this point I've literally never made a video on that channel that has gone less than 1,000 views. Like, I can't even lie, it was like that channel in my prime was like hella popular. Like hella popular. Definitely more popular than I am right now, but yeah, so I saw those views, but I was like, alright, let's just keep going. Let's cover something more popular, Samurai Champloo. Pretty niche show. I mean, it is popular nowadays, but I think in the greater anime discussion, it still is pretty niche. Like, it's not. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Definitely not as at the level of something like a Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously. But anyways, speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, we're gonna make a video on it. It's actually that video, honestly, is Jujutsu Kaisen overhyped. That's still one of my favorite videos I've ever made. Like, sometimes I make videos and I'm like, damn, I made that, but like that is like the most like, damn, I made that video I've ever made. Like, I don't even know how I had the willpower to sit through that editing process. It was so long. Like, usually I can finish my videos in like a day or two if I just spend pretty much all day editing, but even if I spent all day editing those videos, I think it still would took me like a week. Like, oh my gosh, those videos were such long processes, but really glad how it turned out. But unfortunately, it didn't really do that well. I re-uploaded it on my main channel, and then I got like 1,000 views or something. So, and I mean, the people who watch it liked it, so there's always that. I mean, I'm glad when people enjoy my videos. It makes me feel pretty good. But generally, like, I was still a long ways away from becoming the great anime YouTuber I want to be. So then eventually I made a One Punch Man video, and that video especially just didn't really go anywhere. So at this point, feeling really demotivated. Usually I feel like a lot of people relate to this idea that procrastination works because you don't really get punished for it. Like, you feel a little bit stressed in the moment, but after all of it's done, then like it doesn't really matter. Anyways, because you just always finish it just right before you need to. Like, I don't think procrastination's ever really hurt me, honestly. Besides maybe, like, it made me like a little depressed in the moment because I had to finish this piece of shit thing. But like in the long term, it literally has never affected me, and I felt the same way about videos where I could procrastinate for however long I want to, and then I would just procrastinate until I want to edit. Like, I actually wanted to spend time on the video, but every time I went to DaVinci after that One Punch Man video, I just could not get into it at all. I couldn't even like feel it in the slightest. It was really bad. So eventually I moved to my main channel again. I forgot to mention that I made a second channel, and then eventually I was working on this Hunter x Hunter video, but then I realized like I just don't want to make this, honestly. I just don't. And I said I was gonna make that video one day, but honestly speaking, it's gonna be a long time before I edit that video. I'm gonna have to revise the script a lot as well, because some parts of it are not very good. I can't lie. So eventually I threw in the towel, and then the main reason I want to throw in the towel is because, one, it was very unrewarding, but also because generally I wasn't really even that interested in edited content. Like, usually I try to make videos that sorry about that noise, by the way. I hit my laptop by accident, but oh my gosh, that was so close. But usually I try to make edited videos that correspond to what I like to watch, and around that time I was really into the YouTuber called Ken, who pretty much just makes like unedited like rants, and he disguises it as like a Clash Royale videos, but he pretty much just talks about literally anything. And I remember seeing that and thinking like, damn, this is really cool. I wish I could do that. And then it hit me, bro. I was like, oh shit, I should do that. So eventually I went to that. I tried Guilty Gear, but it didn't really work out. And then eventually went back to Ito. And yeah, I mean, that's where it was. But around when I was making Ito, I was getting really bored of the game. So eventually I moved to a game called Jujutsu Shenanigans. But the problem was that no way I took a hit on Larry Jr. I'm sorry. So many great moves this guy was making. He was moving like a I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. So went to Jujutsu Shenanigans because I enjoyed the game at the time. I wasn't very good, but I liked it. But then yeah, I started playing it full time on my channel. But the problem was the videos, they were not doing that good. So eventually I moved to a second channel, started making videos on the game, but eventually I got pretty bored. Or no, it wasn't. Well, it was a lot of things. So I got bored, but also the main thing is the fact that I got monetized on my channel. I was like, man, I worked so, because my monetization process took so long. Like, it actually took 2 months of constant work. Even though I qualified for the monetization, the problem was I applied for it when I was underage, so it literally messed up everything. I couldn't verify my shit like at all. It took so long. I hope I never have to go through that process ever again. That was horrible. But yeah, so it took a while, and then eventually I got my monetization literally right as I switched to my second channel. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta make a decision. Do I really want the monetization that bad? And the answer was yes. And I feel like this is kind of a decent choice, especially considering at the time I really started to hate Jujutsu Shenanigans for a lot of reasons. I mean, the community is AIDS, but also I think the gameplay is just not very good. Like, I'm not gonna diss the game or anything. I think it's a perfectly fine game. It's just it's definitely, yeah, it's hard to play over a long period of time. It's got very repetitive gameplay. It also doesn't help that that's actually not even that bad of an item for my character, but I'm not gonna take it. But it doesn't help too that sorry, what was I gonna say? Oh, it doesn't help that a lot of the game's characters literally play all the same. It doesn't help too that the combos in this game are stupidly easy. Like a good portion of the characters. Oh shit. A good portion of the characters' playstyle is literally just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, that's your combo. I'm talking about you, Higuruma, and Gojo, but yeah, I started to not enjoy the game, so I came back to Ito. But the main reason, how'd I get hit, dude? I'm just gonna restart this run, but the main reason I associate this with commitment is the fact that on my Jujutsu Shenanigans second channel, if I really was committed to the game and if I stayed, I think I would have done pretty well, because my first video ever got 2,000 views, which is more than most of my old unedited videos. Like, that is the second highest performing unedited video I've ever made. The only thing that beats it is the Ito community 2 negative, and that was my first video. So if I just kept making thumbnails like that, I think I would have been completely fine. Like, especially considering I had like a decent viewer base as well. Like, a lot of people were interested in the content, they want to keep watching, but eventually I gave up to it. And to be fair, I'm glad I did. I honestly don't want to play Jujutsu Shenanigans anymore. It's so AIDS, but also just generally, I know a lot of my demotivation with that game is the fact that I wasn't really getting the views that I wanted, you know? And I'm starting to notice that I am just generally very impatient, and even though realistically YouTube itself is purely a game of commitment, pretty much. Like, if you're not prepared to like run a marathon that is YouTube, like make content long term, then I mean, I feel like it's pretty much just over, because you're not gonna keep your viewer base, you're not gonna keep a stable income, you're just gonna fade into obscurity even if you have like a big hit once in a while. And keep in mind, this is pretty much every YouTuber, even like someone like Mr. Beast. Like, if he stopped uploading all the shit that he starts, like, there's a reason why Mr. Beast never gives up. It's the fact that to be the biggest, you have to also stay committed to being the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got locked in to this boss. Gotta stay committed to this boss, but I don't know. I think a part of me just wasn't interested in that, just because of how quick a lot of my YouTube journey has. I mean, to be fair, Ito is probably like my most comfortable space when it comes to making videos, just because I find it so easy. I mean, the game has so much content, and I've beaten like a good like 70% of the towers in the game, so like there's pretty much infinite content places I can get. But I guess what I'm saying is that you gotta think about the long term as well, as instead of just like looking at the short term views and giving up. Oh shit, why'd I get hit by that? Yeah. So I think the main point I'm trying to get at here is the fact that for a while I've been really wanting to move on from Ito, mainly just because I'm just uninterested in the game. Not only that, but I feel like you can only go so far as an Ito content creator, but I still kind of want to stay committed to this game for a bit now, because I don't know, it's just been getting like a lot of really good publicity recently. Like there's this one guy who made a video on it. I forgot his name. Oh, Laughability. Yeah, he made like a video on Skitsuna, but I mean, still good publicity for Abi community. So if the game starts developing like a strong like a YouTube community, then I can obviously build off of that. I can get more popular and such. I really wish I made content during the Ito Uprise or whatever, when J2 ended and Bundun and shit started playing. Why'd I die there? But anyways, this video is kind of a mess. I gotta get better at doing this stuff. I gotta have a better topic at hand. Sorry, it's been so long since I've done this stuff, but regardless, stay committed to your craft. Stay committed to I mean, if you want something, man, stay committed to doing it, because that commitment it will break through. I mean, think about like working out. Think about how many people give up working out after like a month. If you just stay in for a year at least, then you're already better than most average people. And you kind of just have to keep that mindset for your entire life. Shit, I don't think my headphones are charging at all. That really sucks. Okay. Okay, goodbye everyone.